Hey guys, so I'm gonna be doing a couple of reviews tonight. I was gonna do another documentary for you, Jake Roberts documentary. I'll do that tomorrow when I'm home. I was gonna do that and the Ric Flair one. I've watched the Ric Flair one. I ain't watched the Jake Roberts one, so what I'll do is I won't have time tonight, because tonight I'm gonna watch Chucky 2. Then I'm gonna finish off Chucky season 1 of the last 2 episodes of that, and then review all of it. So you're going to get 3 reviews tonight. You're going to get the Ric Flair documentary review, and then you're also then going to get the reviews for each episode of Chucky and Child's Play. Then I'm going to go to bed because I've got a morning course to do. So the documentary was about Ric Flair's, I don't know, they call it the dark side of the Ric Flair, right? I wouldn't say it's the dark side, it's kind of like the biography of Ric Flair, with a couple of down things about him, negative things about him. So, one thing I didn't know, maybe I've heard it before, I just didn't pay attention, but when Ric Flair was born, his mum and dad lost him in the hospital because someone kidnapped the babies or something like that. They kidnapped the babies or something like that, and then I think they sold him to someone. So he was adopted as a kid. Didn't never know his mum and dad proper, and then it just told you how he got into wrestling, and it showed how he got into wrestling, and then it said he was in a plane crash. He couldn't remember the plane crash after, but the pilot's stupid. The pilot did the flight with half petrol. You should have full petrol wherever you're going to make sure you get there. You only had half petrol, and the plane landed into a forest. It broke Ric Flair's back. So, with a broken back, most people would be paralysed for the rest of their life. The fact that I think he only wrestled for a couple of years before that plane crash, but the fact that he kept wrestling for another, and that was in the early 70s to mid 70s, he wrestled for another 30 years full time, because he did do full time with WWE and then retired in 2008 on and off for TNA. But fuck me, man, he's so lucky that he didn't get paralysed. So yeah, he had a traumatic plane crash. I think others got injured as well. I think 1 or 2 might have died in the crash. Then it said like how he went to WCW. He became world champion multiple of times. Then it said when he had Charlotte and Reed and David Flair, his 2 sons and daughter. And for people who don't know, his son David was a wrestler, but he started in WCW. He didn't carry on after WCW. He wasn't very good. However, Charlotte became one of the best women wrestlers of all time. Yeah, her daughter Charlotte is a great wrestler. Some say better than him. She's more athletic. She probably does have better matches than him. But Flair did have a couple of great matches. I think Ric Flair's better on the mic. And I think he's a better face than Charlotte. And a better heel than Charlotte. But I probably would say Charlotte's a lot more athletic and she does have better matches. But she's not as good as her dad at talking and just charismatic. She's not as charismatic as her dad was. But I probably would say Charlotte's a better heel than a face. Yeah, she's better at being a bitch than a face. But yeah, his daughter Charlotte is a great wrestler. She's one of the best. So she's had a really good career. She's wrestled around for 13 years now, I think, since 2012. So yeah, it's said like he didn't really sell much because he wrestled full time. Then he wrestled full time, and then yeah, he said he would have liked to have been there more from, but he wrestled full time. He had to get the money in, and then he went to WWE, had a run there for about 6 years, and then showed when he retired against Shawn Michaels in WWE, and I think that should have been his last ever match. Anyway, he did wrestle quite a few more times for TNA. Had that awful tag match where he passed out when it was him and Lethal, Jay Lethal versus Jeff Jarrett and... No, it's him and Andrade versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. And, yeah, yeah, he nearly died because of it. He wasn't fit enough to do it. But I think Flair did say he'd like to die in the ring, and he nearly did. But that was towards the end of the documentary. So yeah, I don't think it should be called the Dark Side of the Ring, Dark Side of Ric Flair. It said a couple of bad things what he's done. One really bad thing. I'll get into that in a bit. Then shall I say about the son first? So, a couple of years after he left TNA, he called the police. His son had an overdose. I think. And unfortunately, his son died. Reed Flair died. And the not cool thing from his death, that he died, how can I say it? Because of his death, his sister Charlotte, who is a wrestler now, became a wrestler and trained to become a wrestler for Reed, in tribute and respect for Reed, because Reed wanted to become a wrestler and he wanted her to do it as well. So yeah, she did what her brother wanted her to, and did it in tribute for him. So now this story is, what I'm about to say is wrong what he did. To be honest, I think he should have got arrested for it, and he should have gone to jail for it. He was wrong doing this. So there was a plane flight, a flight. It was called the plane flight from hell. There's a dark side of the ring on this topic, and what Flair did is it's really disgusting. I think he did it. And she seemed very traumatic. The woman who told the story of what happened to her, she seemed very emotional. I don't think she was lying. So I think Flair's I think he's denied it's happened, but I think it's happened. I've heard other stories as well, where he used to take his robe off and show his penis to the women divas. I've heard that. But what happened is he took his robe off in front of her, showed his dick to her, and he allegedly, what she said, he got her hand onto his dick. So yeah, he sexually harassed her and got her to touch him. Sorry. So yeah, that was wrong. That was probably the darkest thing he did. So yeah, he should have. She should have pressed charges. She should have gone to the police and pressed charges on him for that. So yeah. Then he spoke about towards the end, from what I remember, because it was earlier on the day when I watched it. I was gonna do a review straight after, but I got picked up earlier than I anticipated. Then I don't do recordings in front of people when they're awake, when they're near me. So, especially my mum, because they just keep asking, "Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that?" I just can't be asked answering them. So, also towards the end, Flair, because of the incident on the plane and just him being drunk in public and starting fights. Also, he did nearly die. Oh no, let's talk about that last, because that's one of the last things that happened on the documentary. So W's pulled his merch and just distanced themselves from him because of what he did to the woman on the plane. And yeah, and he nearly died also, and he had a 10% chance of living, so not dying, living. And he survived. So good. Glad he survived. He's a wrestling legend. I think he should have been punished for what he did to the woman. And he's probably done it quite a few times, I've heard. So yeah, he's a bit of a sex pest. But yeah, but he was a wrestling legend. He's controversial. But other than the thing that happened on the plane, there wasn't much dark allegations about him, you know. So I think the name of the documentary is a bit out of place, a bit wrong. But yeah, he's gone through a hard life. He didn't know his mum and dad, lost his own kid. His kid died. So yeah. But so what would I rate this documentary out of 10? I'll give it a 7. It's interesting. I didn't know one or two things what I did find out after, and I'd recommend it. Oh, it is on YouTube, so what I'll do is I'll put the link in the description on my YouTube channel, and you can click the link and watch it yourself, and let me know what you think to it. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm now going to watch the Chucky 2 movie. I did watch it before, but I was on my phone, I was doing stuff. This time I'm going to fully focus on it. I'm very tired though. I think what I might do is, guys, I might just do the Chucky 2 movie, then go to bed, because I need some sleep. And I've got a course in the morning, so I want to make sure I get up on time for the course. So, and I've notched that I've got an afternoon course straight after it. So I'm going to be doing courses, online courses for some of the day, at least 5-6 hours. But I do have a couple of breaks in between, like 10-minute breaks. They give you like a 10-minute break to go toilet or to get a coffee or whatever, or stretch your legs. So yeah, that's the review of the Ric Flair one. I'll do the Jake Roberts one tomorrow. I'll also finish Chucky 1 and 2. Oh, Chucky 1 and 2. I'm tired, guys. I'll finish Chucky season 1. I'll do that tomorrow. I think I'll just watch the movie tonight. Review Chucky 2, the movie, and score it out of 10. Then I think I'll just go to bed. Because it's now... Yeah, it's 20 past 12. I'm going to need some sleep before doing that course. Anyway, thanks for watching the review of the Ric Flair documentary. And bye for now, guys. See you later on. Bye for now.